right, here we are. It's a Friday pick segment on a Thursday. Yes, doing it a day early. That's because Boy Green is taking it to the streets, baby, or taking it to the air. He's heading out to Notre Dame to go watch the Irish and the Orange play this weekend. So I know we have the Thursday night game in front of us, but we will not pick the Thursday night game because all the expert picks are not in yet. We don't ask them to submit them till Friday morning. So we will not pick the Thursday night game, despite the fact that we're very well aware that the Buffalo Bills are playing a football game tonight. But we will pick every other game against the spread. And by the way, next week, we will pick every single game because it is Turkey Week, baby. Couple. All right, and we will pick every game. We will get our picks in on Wednesday probably. I think we got to get it all scheduled out. All right, but we'll put it together, and we will pick all the turkey days. So it is we call it moving day in the world of picks. You know, if you're in a little bit of trouble, this is the week where you get the maximum opportunity to either blow it out of the water or blow it, period. All right, it goes one way or the other. By the way, today's picks brought to you by our friends at Play It Again Sports and Box Drop Syracuse, the mattress and sofa outlet, and we'll hear from both of our friends in just a little bit. But let's bring in the guy that picks them with us every single week, our NFL insider, Matt Lombardo. What's up, Matthew? How are you?
What's up, boys? Big games this weekend. And you talk about moving day. I think last week was really Prove It Sunday across the NFL. Can't wait to see what the encore is this week.
Yes.
Well,
be fun.
Appreciate the flexibility, Matt, that you were able to
Always.
move and groove with us as different things happen. And thank you to Manchild as well with me going to Notre Dame to check it out.
Is this the first time at Touchdown Jesus? Is this your first time in the
I've
building?
never been there in my life.
Campus for this guy. So not only is he doing the campus thing, he's going to the game. He can do the pregame pageantry, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be great.
Yes, 100%.
Nice.
So first time ever. And again, I'm just not a random college football fan, which again, that would also be a cool bucket list item for a lot of people. Me and my dad are Notre Dame fans, so this is going to be pretty special. Pretty special. You want to know what else is special, boys? I love it when we're able to get to the NFL pick standings. And interesting.
Oh, boy.
I think he had a week.
Interesting.
He finally had a bleeping week. So celebrate because they have been few and far between, my friend.
That's true. So let's get to it. I'm going to show 2 graphics on the screen, everybody. And you, out in the audience, can make your picks in the Instagram description down below. I will put that up here on a Thursday. So by the time you guys are watching this and making your picks, you can do that on our Instagram story early. So for 24 hours, that'll be available down below. Well, let's bring up the standings. Let's bring up what just happened and the overall standings to come. Booyah, baby! Wait a second.
Damn.
First place. The crown is mine. Call me the king and call me your Lord Commander. Because not only did I get first place, but a 2-game lead this week over the next best person, which of course, obviously, was Matt Lombardo, who knows what the hell he's doing over here. And then if you look just down there enough, Manchild all the way down there, how many people do I have to count?
So
1, 2, 3. The 5th person.
Oh, he's down there. Yeah, there he is.
So he could have, Matt, out of respect, placed me in front of the fans, but of course he likes not to do that.
Oh, so sorry.
But I do thank him for putting intern Ed below Joe Bartle and making him the ultimate poop emoji. Just because, me and
there you go. Yeah, Joe Bartle and internet. And look at how our line has improved, Lurch, right? Like, we've had a lot of bad weeks where all of us are below 500. The fact that a 6-8 is the worst.
Like, yes. We're turning the corner somehow. I don't know what we're figuring out, but we seem to be figuring out something. At least that'd be 50-50 at best.
100%. So I had a 10-4 week. Our experts, Matt Lombardo and PFF, were both 8-6. Fans and Manchild perfectly mediocre at 7-7. And Joe Bartle and intern Ed, cup of suck. But let's get to...
You want to know the brutal for me real quick?
What's
the
that?
Brutal for me was I was at 7 wins, and there was still 4 to be decided, and it went 0 for 4 in the last 4 games. I was like, come on. It has been my trademark, as you know, over the years, Boy Green, to always get the Sunday and Monday night game and all of a sudden go from, to, hey, all right, a couple games over. Not this year.
Not this week.
Like, oh, goodness gracious. So
well,
it is what it is.
Let's get to the overall standings, boys, and Internet remains on top, but his lead is slipping. He is just a game above 500. He's the only one of us that's above 500 so far. He's in first place at 77 and 76. Joe Bartle and Manchild are tied for second place, but Manchild, I noticed the third person listed on this sheet. Interesting.
Once again, you couldn't just put me right there. You just had to do it. Mm-hmm.
It's a graphics people that we pay a lot of money to put these together.
Rise.
All right, 73 and 80. That's 4 games back of old internet there. Then there's Matt Lombardo right in the thick of it. Only 6 games back, 71 and 82. Boy Green after that week. Thank goodness I'm out of the basement. 68 and 85. A lot of work to be done. PFF 66 and 87. And the fans, boo you. 65-88 disgusting. Show some respect.
fans.
Don't you have a family out there?
Get
Come
some new
on,
people
man.
in this thing.
Go
Come on,
right
man.
now to our Instagram story. You click down, that'll take you to our Instagram. Click our profile picture, and for the next 24 hours, you guys can make your picks against the spread. Again, we're doing a special Thursday edition of the show this week. So, guys, make sure you take full advantage of that as well. And I'll flip. Here are the NFL standings. You'll be reminded of Internet with
Be
the crowd
reminded.
emoji and the fans with a big crap emoji right next to them. So there you
Yeah,
go. I'll be
yeah.
scrolling throughout today's show.
We got to get that ticker flipped over. All right, upside down and backwards. All right, let's go, gentlemen. Time to pick all the games, and we start in the windy city of Chicago. How windy it will be, I'm not sure. But the Pittsburgh Steelers are heading into Chicago, and the Bears favored by 2.5 points. Steelers in recent days have kind of had their number, in particular one, Aaron Rodgers. But we'll see whether Rodgers plays, whether he doesn't play. Is it going to be Mason Rudolph? Is the emergency guy Rodgers? Is Rodgers, as I was suggesting, going out there with the cast, Boy Green, and toughing it out? It sounds like he's trying to get it done. So we'll see if Rodgers is in or out. But we're going to have to pick this game not knowing. Boy Green, who you got in this one?
Internet, Chicago, Joe Bartle, da Bears, Dalton Wasserman, da Bears, Matt Lombardo.
Yeah, if you look at the Wikipedia page for a little bit of a stretch there, Aaron Rodgers was listed as the owner of the Chicago Bears back during his time with the Green Bay Packers. Who knows if Aaron Rodgers is going to play? It's not going to matter. The Bears have 5 fourth-quarter comebacks this year, so that's a franchise record for a quarterback Caleb Williams now holds. I like the Bears here by a field goal. It's my favorite game of the weekend. Give me the Bears.
Okay, and what say
BG, I know
Mitch,
you
Al?
avoided it. I asked you to pick first, and you did not pick
Oh,
first.
weird.
And you will
I'm
not get
sorry.
the benefit of getting this lone wolf, if indeed it is even out there for the taking. Or perhaps you'll get it, because I'll go with Matt. Let's find out. Who you got?
Okay. I'm taking Chicago. I'll take the Bears. So I see you wearing all your Steelers garb over there. So you have an opportunity to lone wolf lurch. I'm taking the Bears. They're red hot, and it's less than a field goal.
Because I just don't know what to do in this game, I guess I'm going to go with what I'm wearing today. I'll do the lone wolf and take the Steelers. I don't know. I just don't know.
Let's hear it, Lurch.
Hur, hur,
You're going to wave a terrible towel there, too? I mean,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
the
Did you
hat,
have
you
one of
got the
those handy?
sweatshirt. What is going on here?
My son went to school in Pittsburgh, so I picked up
Ah,
some-
okay.
Plus, I am.
Well,
I
Well,
actually am-
better that than with pit gear. I'm glad you're not wearing pit gear. That would have been an affront to humanity.
Are you one of those people, Matt, that has a secondary team? Like when your team's going bad, you kind of got another team. You kind of, all right, I like those guys over there, though. I kind of root for them. Do you have one of those?
Yeah, I don't really have
No?
an NFL team, but I will say in college, I think I might have just adopted Virginia Tech as my secondary school.
James Franklin.
Like Mr. Franklin there. All right. Well, where I grew up in the streets of Queens, Matt, the rugged
We are?
streets of Queens,
Yeah.
we all had a second team. If your team was lousy, you went and got you had another team. My
Yeah.
buddies, he's a Jets fan, he got the Cowboys. I got a Giants fan, he's got the Steelers, And so back in those days, dare I say, some of those teams were pretty good. And so I was a Steeler guy for a long, long time. A huge Terry Bradshaw fan, huge Lynn Swan, John Stallworth, Mean Joe Green, the Iron
You're a
Curtain.
Steeler guy again today,
Yeah.
Lurch?
And now the connection with my son going to school and now going back and going to the city that I have never gone to for essentially 5 years. First visits and then eventually, seeing my son up at college. I've come to love that city. It's kind of a second home to me. So
Nice.
I don't know. This might be dumb. It might be stupid, but I'm wearing the gear. I might as well take Pittsburgh. Nothing else has
Sure.
worked for me. I mean, flipping a
true.
coin might be better at this point. So I'll go with the garb, and I'll get the lone wolf on the Steelers. All right, let's continue. We head now to Boy Green's Jets. He needs this one badly. Or Matt, when we see him next week, there's going to be a lot less hair on his face because he has a bet on this one. If the Jets didn't win last week or this week, he has to shave it down basically to kind of a razory, stubbly kind of thing. It will come off, Matt, and he'll have to regrow the amazing beard. He will not be Santa Claus this season and dye his hair white or his beard white. So it's on the line. He needs the Jets to win. Forget about the points, Matt. Boy Green.
He needs an
what do you have in
outright?
this game?
I do. And, boys, I'm going to get it. You just got to believe. You just got to believe, okay? Lamar's looked a little hobbled, right? He didn't practice earlier this week. He's got hamstring, knee, ankle. Oh, boy, he doesn't seem good. And if they have to go to another option, Cooper Rush has had 0 touchdowns and 4 picks in relief efforts for Lamar Jackson this year. He's looked awful. And Derrick Henry hasn't been the same guy this year. Oh, this is a big Jets upset. You're giving me 13.5 not for the bet, apparently. But you're giving me 13.5 here? Come on, man. 13.5? This is a professional football team, for Pete's sake. Let's show some goddamn respect. 13.5, that's disgusting. So I will absolutely take the NY Jets, baby. All right, let's go to the experts. Internet, Ravens. Joe Bartle, Ravens. Dalton Wasserman, Ravens. Manchon?
I'm going to go with you, Jets. 13.5.
Hey!
It's just too much. It's too much for me to give. You know I hate giving those kind of points. There's no reason to think they're going to win. There's no chance in my mind. I mean, I'm rooting for you because I'd love for you to win the bet. But but the 13.5 gives me enough incentive. The Ravens, they're playing better, but Lamar is not running, so he's not going to run wild on the Jets, which is one less worry to have. I am a little worried about Derrick Henry running wild on the Jets, but I don't know. Aaron Glenn's, kind of seems like he's got this team at least giving effort. So effort gets them under the spread. I'm taking the stinking Jets. Matt is looking at me in total disdain. Go ahead.
So who's the bet with, and what's their side of this wager?
Well, their side of the wagers are already gone. I was a terrible negotiator. It's a fan of the show. He called in and said if the Jets beat New England and Baltimore, he'd donate like $300 to the channel. I was nice. I was $300 holiday season. I could use that, and I was in. Again, as the fans immediately told me live on the show, they said, Paul, it was a terrible negotiation. You should have fought for points or this or this. It doesn't make any sense.
You're saying the other side of the bet is out, Paul, because he wanted the Jets to win both games to donate? Man, that should have been a one or another.
That's what I'm saying. I did a terrible negotiation job. Because obviously both of these games were and are on the road because the Ravens game hasn't happened yet. And the Jets would be massive underdogs in both games regardless of the situation. So, yeah, I did a terrible job. There's no question.
So for now on, you call me before you finish your
negotiation. I'll keep that in mind.
Go ahead, Matt. I'm sorry.
Lurch, are we watching the same Jets team? Because I'm watching a number one wide receiver trying to catch balls like this without any hands.
I know.
Give me the Ravens.
It's bad. Yeah. And you're probably right. But you can't go from bad to worse. It's bad. I guess you can go from bad to worse, but
And Lurch, you're a Bear fan, so you'll appreciate this. I made this joke on my show this week. You have Jeremy Allen White over there. Hands! I need hands! That's what I was thinking about. Every time I bet you'll blow. That's just in my head. Hands! I need hands! That's just what I was thinking about over and over again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's continue. Another New York team to deal with. This one on the road. It's my Giants on the road to face what should be an angry Lions squad coming off that loss. Ooh, I thought they were going to show up for that game, and they did not. And now they get a chance to take it out on the Giants, thus the 10.5-point spread. One piece of good news, it's trending that perhaps Jackson Dart could play in this game. We'll see. He's been out on the practice field a bit. We're early in the week still, but it's trending that the youngster might get back out there. The question is, though, now that he's out there and now that the new coach is in place, do they stop him from doing the things that was helping keeping him in games? And that was run wild, baby. Run over the linebacker. Is that going to stop? And then the Giants kind of turn back. Plus, that receiving core is a little bit light in the feet, you might say. All right, anyway, with all that in consideration, I'll take the Lions and give the 10.5. Matt, who do you like?
Yeah, if it's Jameis Winston, I think they took their best shot last week against the Green Bay Packers, almost took them down, couldn't close the deal. If it's Jackson Dart, first game back from a concussion, no bueno for me. And that Lions team has to be pretty angry going home. I think you're going to see more of the Lions team that you saw against Washington than you did against the Super Bowl caliber Eagles defense. Give me the Lions and the points.
All right, BG.
Dalton Wasserman, Lions. Joe Bartle, Lions. Internet, Lions. If you boys are going to give it to me, I'll take it. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, baby. Give me those Giants. Jackson Dart, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson. Somebody's Wilson. I don't care. Let's go. I'm going Big Blue, baby.
Wilson, the volleyball?
Sure. Wilson. Yes.
All right. He's lone wolfing the Giants. All right. Good for you. All right. Next, we head to Cincinnati, where the Bengals will take on the New England Patriots and talk about rumblings about quarterbacks. He's been practicing in full. He was using the stretch band yesterday. I saw a video of it. Evidence. The turf toe is better. Might we very well see Joe Burrow on the field for his Bengals? They are home, getting 8.5 from the New England Patriots, who obviously been playing some pretty good ball. Boy Green, let's start with the experts.
Well, I'll just say this real quick. One guy we know who won't be out there, Jamar Chase, suspended,
Yes,
and the suspension upheld.
Hitting incident.
So Gonzo, which, by the way, Anthony Prohaska, which you guys can also check out on the YouTube channel, very upset that the Patriots keep getting these benefits of Jamar Chase suspended. So sorry. He's going to be available for that Bills game, though. So, yeah, Anthony was very much in the fields about that. Nonetheless, let's go to our experts here. Internet, Bengals. Joe Bartle, Patriots. Don't Wasserman, Patriots. A little bit split. Matt?
Yeah, if they play Joe Burrow, they're just being reckless. That season's over for them. You're taking a risk for 2026. No Jamar Chase, no chance. Give me the Patriots.
Manchop?
Ed's the only one. Oh, you haven't picked yet either.
Yeah. Ed's picked Bengals, but I've not picked yet.
Burrow really matters to me in this game, whether he plays or not, because that 8.5 just feels rich if he's on the field, because I do think there'll be a rallying point, even though that defense is so horrendous. And they are playing at home. Oh, I'm in pain on this game. This is a painful pick for me. I think Burrow's going to be out there. I'm going to take the Bengals.
Okay. The Burrow factor to me matters not, which I don't know if we can say that about many Bengals games. I'm still taking the Bengals. Again, New England is not just going to blow everyone out for the rest of the season, especially a big home underdog here. No Jamar Chase. Yeah, actually, I'm going to flip this. Actually, let's give that a quick flip ski. Yeah, we're going to go New England, though. Yep.
Indecision is all over to this week's picks. Oh, my goodness. We are very undecided. You start to become this way when you're worse than 500 all year. You're just like, you become George and Seinfeld. Maybe I should just
Oppo man.
Oppo.
I'm unemployed. I live with my parents. What was the line? That great line. Oh,
and then she just goes, ooh, hello. And he's like,
all right. Let's head on down to Tennessee, Nashville, where the Titans are getting a few ducats. 13.5 off a team that put up a fight but couldn't find a way to get it done thanks to Sam Darnold's 4 interceptions last weekend. But Darnold not in a big spot here. Maybe it all calms down and he turns back into Sam Terrific that we saw the beginning of this season. But you'll have to lay 13.5 points if you want to do it, and you'll have to do it on the road. Matt, this is an intriguing one to me. I know the Titans stink, but that 13.5 is awful juicy. What do you think?
The Titans stink on ice, and I think that they've halfway quit on the season. And listen, you said it best. Sam Darnold, it was a big spot last week, so you get the turnovers. That's what you get with Sam Darnold. Titans are not the Rams. The Titans are not the Rams. And even if Sam Darnold turns it over 2 or 3 times, the Seahawks defense is good enough to do to Tennessee what they did to Arizona a couple weeks ago as the floor. Seahawks wipe the floor with this team.
All right, BG?
All right, let's go to the experts first. Let's go Internet, Seattle. Joe Bartle, Seattle. Dalton Wasserman, Tennessee. 13.5 is too much, and Tennessee did a good job covering for me last week. I know Seattle is angry Seattle, but give me the Titans, baby. I remember the Titans, and hopefully I'll remember a Titans covering the 13.5 point spread next week.
I took the points on the Jets, 13.5. This one, I'm going to lay the points. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I just do not trust the Titans. I think Jackson Smith and Jigba gives me the old breakout game in fantasy that I've been desperately needing here this week. Let's go. Let's bleep and go. Let's score a few touchdowns in this game. Seahawks roll. I don't care about the 13.5. All right, one more before we say hello to our sponsors, and it is the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. This one is in Green Bay. Again, what are the Packers? We're still, I think, trying to figure out what they are. Vikings and their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, just not finding the moxie. I don't know. Did Kevin O'Connell go out there and have a one-on-one with him? Maybe do a little side practicing? I've been hearing all kinds of things, trying to help the kid figure it out. Can he figure it out? It's a 6.5 point spread. And this one, again, is in Green Bay. Makes it a little tougher for Minnesota. Boy Green, what do the experts say? Let's start with them.
Yeah, let's go through it. Internet, Green Bay. We have Joe Bartle. He's going Minnesota. That's the Packers fan. He's so weird. Dalton Wasserman, Minnesota.
Want me to go next?
Sure.
All right, I'll go next. I'll take Minnesota. I like the 6.5. I'm a little worried about McCarthy and all those picks, but the Packers have impressed me not. So I'm going to go with Minnesota. I'm also concerned about whether or not the guy that revs the engine for the Packers, Josh Jacobs, is he going to be out there and is he going to be in full health? That is a big concern. That really takes away something. And if they have to pass it too much, Jordan Love could pass it to the wrong team. So Minnesota has had a penchant for the pick this year defensively. They've had a couple of big defensive games, even though they haven't been solid overall. I'm going to take Minnesota and the points on the road. Matt?
Yeah, so on the Between the Hashmarks podcast this week, Mike Tanner and I kind of dived into the quarterback catastrophes around the league. J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings was one of them. And before going on the air, I fired all some text messages to some quotes, to some scouts and some execs. A quarterback coach didn't get back to me in time for airtime, so you'll get the quote here, and it's a great one. I said, what's going on with J.J. McCarthy? What's your read there on the Vikings quarterback situation? He just texted back to me, there's a quarterback coach in the NFL. He's just bad, bro. You know who's not bad? Micah Parsons is not bad. That Packers defense is not very bad. Playing outdoors in Lambeau is not very good for J.J. McCarthy the way they're playing and Jamar Chase being frustrated. Give me the Packers.
All right, he's going with the Pack. BG.
All right, Matt, I think for Christmas, I'm going to crochet that on a pillow. Anonymous NFL quarterback coach. He's just bad, bro. I like that.
He's just bad, bro.
Just bad. I'm going to...
I was looking for some great analysis there, and then it just came back so blandly, so brutally.
Sometimes...
Brutal honesty, right?
Yeah, it's the best way to go. The Packers have lost 2 of their last 3. I don't like them whatsoever, Sam I am, and I've been a Purple People Eaters guy all season, but I just can't. Give me Green Bay.
Oh, wow. So after all that, he's still taking Green Bay. All right, coming up, Kansas City hosts Indianapolis. Perhaps the game of the week. We'll break it down, tell you where we stand on this very unusual spread, to say the least. But first, a word from our friends at Box Drop Syracuse and Play It Again Sports. Be right back. Considering that we sleep nearly 1/3 of our lives, buying the right mattress is essential. At Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofa Outlet, you'll get a unique experience, one that saves you 30 to 70% off retail prices on top-of-the-line mattresses like Sapphire Sleep. At Box Drop, you'll schedule a mattress fitting appointment and get one-on-one service directly with Paul, the owner. No middleman. Family-owned, huge savings, no-pressure sales designed to save you time and money. And now Box Drop Syracuse has sectional sofas and love seats as well, with prices designed to fit your budget. Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofas. Set up your appointment today at boxdropsyracuse.com.
When you don't want to pay full price for sporting goods, and who does, then there's only one place to go in Syracuse. Play It Again Sports. With both new and gently used gear, Play It Again has prices way less than regular retail stores. Another unique aspect of this awesome sporting goods store is that they will give you money for that quality sports gear collecting dust in your basement, attic, or garage. No appointment necessary, just bring it into the store. Play It Again Sports in the DeWitt Town Center on Erie Boulevard right next to Crunch Fitness. Don't spend more, play it again. PlayItAgainSportsSyracuse.com.
All right, we are back, Man Child Show with Boy Green Digital. It is our Friday NFL pick segment. We pick every game against the spread, except we're doing it on a Thursday this week because Boy Green's heading out of town. We'll also do it early next week as well because it is Turkey Week, and we're going to pick every single game, including the Turkey Day games. So all that coming your way next week. But let's try to pick up those records, gentlemen, and do a little bit better than we've done over the course of the season. We're getting slow but steady improvement. It's time for a real jump. And let's jump to a game that really is pretty neat. Here it is. Boy Green has thrown it up in a graphic on the screen. It's so big. Kansas City, Indianapolis. This one is in KC. The line opened at 9.5. It has shrunken all the way down to 3.5. The weirdest part of it is that the Kansas City Chiefs are favored in a game where the other team has a better record, where the other team is already in the playoffs and contending for the number 1 seed, and the Chiefs are not even in the playoffs. But desperation, I suppose, is the thought here by Vegas. Or perhaps they just want to get some money on the other side, and that's the best way to do it, is to put an unreasonable spread out there. Boy, oh boy, I'm going to wait on this one. BG, let's start with the experts on this one.
Intern Ed, Kansas City. Joe Bartle, Colts. Dalton Wasserman, Colts. Matt Lombardo?
Yeah, this is a really tough one for me because I love what the Colts are doing defensively. They're flying to the football. They have all that talent on offense. Tyler Warren from?
Penn State, we are?
Penn State. All right, so Tyler Warren's there. Michael Pittman's doing his thing. I just don't trust Daniel Jones in Arrowhead, right? We saw Sam Darnold become the turnover machine that he's been in his career in a big spot in Los Angeles. We saw it a little bit in Pittsburgh from Daniel Jones. I love Indy. I think that they have a chance to really make a run. Just not this week. Give me Kansas City.
Yeah, Man, and the Colts are coming off a bye, so they've had extra time to prepare for this. Again, I agree with Lurch. I think what this line really screams, a 9.5, I don't understand at all. Outside of just
crazy.
feeding the beast. Come on, don't you want to get on this game, Vegas says? You're like, yeah, I do. But
if I could get the Colts at 9, I would have taken the Colts at 9, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
by the way, as would I. To throw it out there in the universe. But it just feels like, again, the desperation play. The Kansas City is literally up against it. The Colts could afford a loss. Now, the last time I checked, that's not how wins and losses are doled out, because if so, the Jets, come on, man. We could have used a lot more than 2 wins if we're just giving them out based on so I got to take Indianapolis. And the plus 3.5, the Chiefs could win by a 3-piece combo. 3.5, the half, to me, is a big pivot point here. I'll take Indy.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on the train with Matt. I mean, it's just a matter of trust with Daniel Jones, and I don't trust him. Watched him too long as the Giants QB. It's been a wonderful season. It's been a wonderful ride. The new nickname, Indiana Jones, is really neat. But the funny thing is, I had more faith that Sam Darnold was going to show up last week. You heard my roars about Darnold, and I thought he would be right for this, and he was the exact opposite. And he's going to get one more chance in his own building against that team, and we'll see where I am by the time that week comes. But with Jones, I have even less faith than I had in Darnold, believe it or not, like just based on what I have seen over the years. So Vegas knows something. They always know something. I'm taking the Chiefs. The Chiefs are desperate. They have to have it. I don't know if they can get it. This is a pretty good football team they're playing. But I just believe in Mahomes, and I don't believe in Jones. So I'm going to have to lay the 3.5 regardless. It'll kill me if they win by 3. It'll kill me.
Did you rhyme that on purpose? They need this for Mahomes, but then you got the Jones. Sound like you're about to break into some sort of freestyle rap
of some sort? No, I had nothing planned there. Nothing planned at all. Just happened.
Nope. Okay. No.
Believe in Mahomes, but I don't want Jones. I think he'll throw it to the other team. All right, yeah. All right, anyway, let's continue. Right, everybody's in on that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go to Arizona next, where the fighting Jacoby Brissett's. Oh, my gosh, what the heck is going on down in Arizona? We have talked about their ineptitude, but Jacoby Brissett, even in losses, can throw for 450 yards. Crazy, crazy stuff going on. They're going to get the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, they're a bit of an anomaly. They're good, but how good are they? And they show up some weeks, and they don't show up others. So they are actually favored on the road by 2.5 against Arizona. BG, what do you think of this?
Yeah, and the one injury note we do know at recording is Marvin Harrison Jr. is out. Again, still suffering from the effects of appendicitis. He had that surgery. So Michael Wilson, Jamal fantasy lineup. Oh, sorry, wrong show, wrong episode. Whoopsie. Anywho, let's get into it here. Let's start off with intern Ed. He's going Arizona. Joe Bartle, he's going Jacksonville. Dalton Wasserman's going Jacksonville. I'm going Jags, man. The Jags just beat the bleep out of the LA Chargers. And maybe this is Vegas playing some games or something here, but I got to go Jacksonville.
I think I know where Matt's going to go on this. Go ahead, Matt.
The Cardinals are not a serious team. He has said this before.
He has said it time
Perma-pick against Arizona.
Yep.
Give me the Jags.
Are you going to let Ed have the lone wolf with Arizona?
I've been a Jags guy all year. I have been the faith guy on the Jags.
You've
I
been
haven't
the face
gone
of the
against
Jaguars.
them much.
Yeah.
Brissett is scaring the bejesus out of me, what he's doing down there. What happened? I thought he was just a clock manager, just a game manager. And he's playing like a real quarterback. I'll give Ed I'll give it to Ed.
All right, we'll do it.
I'm sticking with the Jags.
All right, screw you, Ed. Yeah.
All right, Ed gets the lone wolf on that.
Oh,
All right, he's
Enjoy
got
it.
Arizona. All right, next we go to Las Vegas, where it is Vegas and Cleveland. This is a clunker of a game. 3.5 points. Vegas actually favored over the Browns. To be honest with you, there were very few picks that I liked when I saw the sheet. This one I actually liked, so I'll take it right away. I trust the Browns defense, all right? And I know Shedeur is going to be quarterbacking in this game, and I actually like it. I think it gives them a lift. I think something special might even happen here. We'll see. But I love the Browns in this one. The defense alone will carry it for me, even if Shedeur has a bad day. Give me the Browns. PG.
Wow. Lurch, by the way, Matt, I don't know if you've seen all our content this week. Lurch has been adopted into the Sanders family. It's prime time. It's man-child. It's Shador. They're all there together, which is really a beautiful sight.
Not true. I just don't like the way his team treats him, and I don't understand it.
You said, but you're rooting for him, yeah?
I am rooting for him. Yes, I am.
Okay. You're Sanders guy. Nothing wrong with that. We accept that. Nothing wrong with that. All right, let's go to the experts here. We'll start off with intern Ed. Cleveland. Joe Bartle. Cleveland. Dalton Wasserman, Cleveland.
Get off my team, you bums.
I hate this game. Let's just, if that wasn't clear to my reaction when the line came up, I hate this game. Monday night, when George Pickens caught that touchdown pass in the second quarter, I didn't watch three souls leave the bodies of three Raiders defensive backs at once. I saw three Raiders defensive backs quit. There was a quitting en masse on that play. Once that happens, you don't come back from that. There's finger pointing in that locker room. It's dysfunctional. It's not a great situation. The Browns need to figure out what Shador Sanders is. And I have no idea. You know, you talk to people inside the league before the draft. People said they had a round 3 grade on him, that the first round talk was preposterous. And, you know, you look at what happened before the draft. That's why he went in the 5th round. You know what he is? He's good enough to beat a defense that plays 7 people on the field that give a damn. So give me the Browns. I hate it, but I'm going to take Cleveland.
All right. Wait,
I had Cleveland written. I had Cleveland.
Get an LW on this one. Lone Wolf BG. I'm ready to write it on the sheet. Are you willing to take the Raiders?
I did have Cleveland written here on the sheet. But screw Shador Sanders. I've always been a Dylan Gabriel guy. Let's go Raiders. Sure. I'm going to flip ski. Flip ski. Yeah.
He's
Give me
taking
Vegas,
the Lone
baby.
Wolf.
I'm rolling some crabs or whatever it's called. Yeah, boom. Rolling some roulette action. Yeah.
Right, pretty good action on the Lone Wolves today. We've got 4 out right now, and BG, you've got 2 of them. Ed's got 1, and I've got 1. Matt, yet to be both, if that's what we call it. All right, let's continue down the sheet here, and up next, we're in New Orleans, down on the Bayou, and we get another great game. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Who the heck are the Falcons? We kind of know what the Saints are, I suppose. And the Saints favored by 1.5 points in this game. Help! Matt, what do you think?
Yeah.
No Michael Penix? No chance. I've beaten up on the Saints very often this season.
Oh.
I do not. Lurch, why don't you go out there and play quarterback? You'll have more of the tank than Kirk Cousins does in the stage of his career. Drake London might not be out there either. I think he's pretty banged up. Yeah. I mean, come on. Saints go marching into a win.
There you go. Yeah, Drake London could be out for several games too. So yeah, that does not look good there for the Dirty Birds. Intern Ed, Atlanta, Joe Bartle, New Orleans, Dalton Wasserman, New Orleans. You know what? If a boat is in the waters and things are getting choppy and we're looking around for someone to step up, I know who I want to step up. Captain Kirk, baby. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Let's go Kirk Cousins, baby. I'm going with the Kirk attack. Give me Kirk Cousins. KC money. KC and the Sunshine Band.
I don't even need Kirk Cousins. Just give it to Bijan Robinson, and he'll do enough to win this game. I will take Atlanta as well, plus the 1.5. What the heck is New Orleans doing? Favored by anything over anybody. That's the way I think about that one. All right, up next, NFC East battle, and this one has gotten a little more interesting now that the Cowboys seem to have pieced together here, cobbled together some form of a defense. Quinnen Williams showing up in uniform and getting himself a sack and do a little sack dance. They got some other injured players who have now come back into the lineup as well. They just look a little healthier, and they've obviously got the formidable offense. They're at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles keep finding a way to squeak by opponents. BG, let's start with the experts on this one.
Dalton Wasserman, how about them Cowboys? Joe Bartle, Eagles. Intern Ed, Eagles. Let's go to the former Eagles beat reporter, Matt Lombardo.
Yeah, the Eagles' defense is playing at a Super Bowl caliber level, but you're not going to get a dome offense outside in 35-mile-an-hour wind gusts every single week. You're not going to be able to hold Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to 9 points. It's not going to happen. There's so much dysfunction on that Eagles offense right now. They have plenty of time to figure it out. They'll probably get their hats and T-shirts for winning the division next week, the way this is going. They don't get the win on Sunday. Give me the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm also, again, the Cowboys should have beaten the Eagles way back in week 1, and I know that was a long time ago, and that shouldn't mean anything now, but this Dallas team seems to be operating at the right time. The offense is explosive. The defense, Quinnen Williams had impacts on the field. He had more sacks and quarterback hits in his one game with the Cowboys than he had in 8 games combined with the New York Jets this season. How is that even possible? And on top of that, I think he unlocked other parts of the defense with how much the Raiders were focusing on him. I think that continues. I'm taking the Cowboys.
It's like a reverse Quidzilla. It's like a reverse Quidzilla from Quinnen Williams.
That's it.
He decided to play.
I know we're only at Thursday, but one little note, Dak's got a little hip issue going on, so he was a little limited, I guess, in practice.
Joe Milton time, baby!
Yeah. I'm with you guys. I just think Dallas is right at the moment. I think the Eagles are ripe to lose a game. I don't even think I'm going to need the points. I think Dallas wins this game at home against Philadelphia in a typical division tussle. All right. Up next, Sunday Night Football. It's the Rams and Tampa Bay. And the Rams, a lot of people think they are a Super Bowl contender these days, and they're getting some respect here at home. 6.5-point favorites over a very able Buccaneers team, albeit one that is pretty banged up. Will Bucky Irving get back in the lineup? That's the big fantasy question for a lot of folks that have been sitting on that for a month plus. So that could help the Bucs a bit, but we still don't know that at this point, so we'll have to pick it despite it. Matt, what do you think on this one?
Yeah, I watched the Bucs last week, and they just ran into a buzzsaw named Josh Allen. I mean, it was just a clinic from Allen with his arm, Allen with his legs. Rams coming off a really brutal, down-to-the-wire division game. I think it's letdown city for them a little bit. The Bucs are there. They need this game, right? We talked about the Bucs 6 weeks ago. We're putting Baker Mayfield in the MVP conversation. We're putting the Bucs in the fringe of the Super Bowl conversation. You got to win your division first. And the Panthers are playing well. They need this game. I think Tampa gets it done. At the very least, they cover. I think they win outright.
Okay, let's go to the experts. Intern Ed, Rams. Joe Bartle, Buccaneers. Dalton Wasserman, Buccaneers. Manchild?
Yeah, this is a fence game for me, too. I'm just sitting right on it, tilting back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I think there's a lot of credibility to what Matt was saying about the letdown game here for the Rams. 6.5 for a good team like the Bucs that I think can play able on both sides of the ball kind of gets me. I guess the thing that's going to keep me on the Rams in this one, and I'm going to lay the points, is just simply that I just think that the Bucs and what Baker did early in the season and what Baker is doing these days is just not the same thing. I'm not seeing that same moxie. I don't know if he's a little worn down. I don't know if it's the fact that he's, missing guys and he's missing weapons and he's trying to do too much on his own. I just think the Rams are too solid. So I'm going to go against the letdown rule. I think there's a lot of credibility to it and lay the 6.5. I'm taking the Rams.
Man, if this spread was 7.5, and maybe that's being greedy because 6.5 is a lot, but if this was 7.5, I think I'd be on Tampa Bay. At 6.5, I could totally see the Rams winning by a touchdown. So I'm going to take LA. All
right, so Boy Green's with me on LA. All right, and finally, Monday Night Football, gentlemen. San Francisco and Carolina, and you'd say the Panthers just keep on winning football games. What the heck is going on with the Panthers? And they're getting 7 juicy points here on the road against San Francisco.
Yeah, well, first off, salute to the Christian McCaffrey revenge game, baby, from that trade many years ago. And so, for folks who are like, 5 years old or something, they're like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey played for the Yeah, he did, you young bucks out there. Hit it with a Google search, all right? All right, let's go to the people. Intern Ed, 49ers. Joe Bartle, 49ers. Dalton Wasserman, Panthers, and I'm with him. Pound sign, keep pounding. I'm taking the Panthers, baby. Sweet Carolina.
What do you think, Matt?
Tetairoa McMillan is on pace for the 5th best receiving season by a wide receiver in Panthers history. He inches closer to that on Monday night. Rico Dowdle is running wild. He'll run roughshod with Christian McCaffrey as the only offensive weapon for the 49ers. Give me the Panthers.
Well, you don't think the return of Ricky Pearsall and that impressive debut is going to really hit all the cylinders this week? It's funny. In a year where I've struggled to make picks and still not over 500 for the season, one thing has been good to me, and you got to let those things that are good to you continue to feed the beast to be good to you, right? And one of the things is every time the 49ers at home, I just circle the 49ers. I hate giving this 7 points. I really do. And I respect the Panthers. Heck, my buddy calls the games, for crying out loud. I should respect them. I should love them. But I'm going to take San Francisco. They've been too good to me to go against. I will lay the 7 reluctantly, and I will take San Francisco just simply based on how they've been to me this season. Sometimes it's just as easy as that, fellas. All right, and that concludes Week 12 of our NFL picks.
Again, one last quick shout out, everybody. Make your picks against the spread in our Instagram down below. Click that link and pick our Instagram story. Again, folks, if you're tuning in, we've recorded this here on a Thursday episode, so we did not pick the game tonight, but hope you guys enjoy it. So again, Instagram story down below. Fans, let's just
Get out of last, fans. Look at you right there at the end of
Look,
the
there it goes. There it goes. It just went by. It just went by. The fans went by in last
look,
place.
it's right there. We're
Come
pointing
again.
at
We'll
it.
wait. Let's
Look
make
at
it come
you.
again.
It's like the caboose. It's like the caboose on my kid's Christmas train. It's the caboose.
You suck. Now fight your way out. Show some damn pride, for God's sakes. That's what we're saying.
Got to climb out this week. Got to climb out. All right, folks. We'll see you.